Hey, what's up? Tonight I want to talk about my first experience DJing a gay wedding reception. Now, a lot of people may say same-sex marriage, but these two gentlemen referred to their wedding as a gay wedding, so that's how I'm referring to it. And it was a wedding. Regardless if it's straight or gay or whatever, it's a wedding. A lot of people ask me, how was it different than a traditional wedding with a bride and groom? It was different, but I didn't treat it that way in the planning stages. In the planning stages, I approached it like I would any other wedding. I met with the couple, I talked to them, I asked them what they wanted. I asked them a lot of questions. They gave me a lot of answers. And then I gave them some ideas or suggestions, and we came up with a plan that they wanted. We put it together, and we did it. So in that way, the planning was traditional. But when I got there, it was indeed different, and I want to talk about how it was different. First of all, no bride, obviously. Two guys getting married. And that part was pretty cool, because the bride sometimes is difficult to deal with, as you all know. Not always, but sometimes. She would like all attention to be focused on her. She's wearing something different than anyone else there. She's wearing the white dress, and her hair is this way, and her makeup is that way. And her bridesmaids are wearing this, and she's typically a little stressed at her wedding, making sure everything goes just right. I had a wedding recently with a bride who was very cool, yet she was very stressed out. Things were coming up on time, everything was working out perfect, but she was still kind of freaking out. And it was hard to calm her down. It was her wedding day. Very, very typical. And that's just the nature of the beast. That's the business we're in. But with this wedding, we had two gentlemen getting married. They were dressed exactly the same, and it was their day. Nobody was better than the other person. Nobody needed to shine more than the other person. It was a very equal thing, and I really liked that. That was cool. So that's the first difference. The second difference is, and I did DJ the ceremony as well, I've never seen a crowd burst into cheers and applause after vows as I did at this wedding. The people in that audience were so happy for these guys. And don't get the wrong idea. This was not a crowd full of LGBT people. This was a cross-section of the kind of people you would see at nearly any wedding. Of course there were LGBT people in the audience, but mom and dad was there, brothers and sisters, cousins, family friends, aunts and uncles, you name it. More so than their pals. It was mostly family who were there. And I spent some time outside because it was nice out. People were going outside between the ceremony and the reception, and I talked to some people. And some of the people I talked to had some pretty conservative views. They were talking about some political stuff. A lot of them were military or ex-military and very conservative type folks who you might stereotypically expect not to support a same-sex marriage, but they were there in full support. I want to experience this again, where you've got this kind of joy in a room and this kind of support for a couple who have really, they've struggled for this, they've waited for this, and it's really what they want. So that was my experience, and I wanted to share it with you. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section or on Facebook where this video is posted. I'll do my best to answer them for you. Until next time, practice and enjoy.